ASMR Gaming News. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to ASMR Gaming News. Please hit that like button, sit back, relax, and let's begin. So, first piece of news this week is for the PlayStation 5. We actually have a lot of PlayStation 5 news this week because Sony is not really planning on showing much at E3. In fact, they confirmed that they aren't officially going to be at E3 or have a E3 press conference like they usually do. So apparently they had like a showing for some investors and journalists this past week or so, and they announced certain key PlayStation 5 details, so we're going to be going through some of them now. First, they revealed a performance comparison between the PlayStation 4 Pro and the PlayStation 5. Now, if you're like me, you love the PlayStation 4, it's awesome and everything. I have the PlayStation 4 Pro, but the one thing that, is not the greatest is the speed. Like, to install games, it can take forever. To boot up games, it can take forever for a game to load and finally allow you to play it. So, Sony did a performance comparison of, like, a game and how it loads up. And the PlayStation 5 has already been confirmed to have an SSD, which is a solid-state drive. And the game loaded extremely fast. In fact, I believe the PlayStation 4 Pro version was like almost 10 times slower than how the PlayStation 5 loaded the game up. Like, it was instantaneous. It was extremely fast. It basically loaded within like a few seconds, like very, very fast. Whereas the PlayStation 4, on the other hand, you could tell there was like a long delay before the game actually started loading and showing stuff. So the PlayStation 5 is going to be extremely fast, and I'm very, very happy that they're including an SSD. So they released this info so people could take a look at how, there's a comparison between the two, so that was interesting. Sony also confirmed that the PlayStation 5 is going to be, like, not only allow physical discs and digital downloads, but it's going to be a game streaming hub. So they're really planning on pushing streaming games on the PlayStation 5 through what I guess is their PlayStation Now service, which is kind of like a rental streaming service where you can like pay for a subscription, play games that you do not own, and stream them over the internet as long as you have a strong internet connection. But yeah, they're really going to try to push digital downloads, physical discs, but also try to get into the game streaming market more than they did this previous generation. So that makes a lot of sense since Microsoft and Google is now trying to enter this kind of like game streaming area of gaming, so that's interesting. Sony confirmed also a few other PlayStation 5 features. It's going to be backwards compatible, being the key, most important feature. Apparently, Sony is like, one of their top execs was interviewed, and he said that backwards compatibility is one of their most important goals for the PlayStation 5. They feel like PlayStation 4 players will not upgrade to the PlayStation 5 if they can't play their previous PlayStation 4 games on the system. So Sony says they're really going to try to aim for having full, complete backwards compatibility with PlayStation 4 games on the PS5. So that's awesome, and that makes me very, very happy. So really hope they continue with that moving forward now. I really didn't like how the PlayStation 4 couldn't play PlayStation 3 games, so good job, Sony. I can't wait to play some PS4 games on my PS5. They also revealed that when PlayStation 5 players play PlayStation 4 games on their PS5, they are actually going to be able to play multiplayer with PlayStation 4 players. So let's say you have a PlayStation 5 and you want to play, I don't know, Battlefield, the latest Battlefield, or Fortnite, but the PS4 version. Well, you can do that on your PlayStation 5, and you can play with your PlayStation 4 friends that do not have a PlayStation 5 yet, so that's awesome. It kind of keeps the PlayStation community, together, because one of the sad things about last generation was a lot of people were stuck on PS3 and they didn't upgrade to PS4 until later, so people couldn't play online with their friends anymore. But according to this, they're planning on allowing you to do that. So lots of really cool PlayStation 5 news from this week, and I can't wait to see what else Sony announces, because backwards compatibility is definitely the thing that I'm really excited about. Next, Nintendo had a Nintendo Direct that they announced specifically catered for Super Mario Maker 2. So I was really excited about that. Being a Mario Maker fan, I really enjoyed the first Mario Maker game on the Wii U. Even though a lot of people did not own the Wii U, I still, spent many hours creating levels and uploading them and playing other people's levels online, so it was a lot of fun. So this Nintendo Direct that they had revealed a lot of new features that would be in Super Mario Maker 2. Apparently there's going to be a story mode, so that's really exciting. There's going to be multiplayer, both local and online apparently, so wow, you're going to be able to play multiplayer games in Super Mario Maker with your friends. That's awesome. Wow, and there's also going to be stages you can create based off Super Mario 3D World, so they're actually getting like 3D inspired stages that you can create in a 2D plane. So that's kind of unique. I don't think that's ever been done before, getting the art style of a 3D Mario game and letting you play it but in like a 2D environment, so that's nice. Apparently it's also going to have like a lot of new features, like new unlockables, tons of little things like small little adjustments that you'd want to make to a stage hazards, enemies. Basically Super Mario Maker 1 had a lot of like little things here and there that were missing, so Mario Maker 2 feels like they're going to be including all those things that the fans wanted. So that's nice. I'm really excited for it. I think I'll play it for the channel when it comes out. It's coming out very soon. And yeah, I'm excited, try out the multiplayer, the online, playing other people's stages, try and upload my stages, and it's going to be a lot of fun, so can't wait for Super Mario Maker 2. Next, Overwatch is having yet another anniversary, and this time it's the 2019 Overwatch anniversary. Wow, Overwatch has been around for a while now, but it's still better than ever. Lots of new updates, new content, new characters. Love Overwatch. So this anniversary event is a celebration, basically. Lots of new skins. The loot boxes include all sorts of like really unique items for your heroes, new voice lines, new emotes. I checked some of them out earlier. I'm going to be recording a video for it on the channel, so stay tuned for that very soon. But yeah, Winston has a really cool new skin. D.Va does as well. I think D.Va's probably my favorite of the new skins, but yeah, lots of new skins, new things coming to Overwatch. Apparently, they're adding a special replay mode to Overwatch, which will allow you to record games that you played and view them from a different angle than your normal first-person perspective, so I like that. So wow, Overwatch is the game that just keeps on updating and adding great new content, so I love that game. So yeah, definitely look forward to a Overwatch anniversary ASMR video on the channel. Next, according to a leak, Luigi's Mansion 3 for the Nintendo Switch is going to be coming out sometime later this summer. So a Korean ratings board accidentally leaked this info. Luigi's Mansion 3 was announced a while ago, as a brand new game in the series. I loved the first Luigi's Mansion, and I felt like the second game was okay, just not the greatest, and this one seems to be more like the second game, but I will still give it a shot. And yeah, if it comes out this summer, I am definitely going to buy it on the Nintendo Switch, just because I really like Luigi as a character. He's a lot of fun, so hopefully it's a good game. So next, Call of Duty is apparently in some trouble. Some of the developers working on the game are having some internal struggles. So the game that was supposed to be coming out next year in the Call of Duty series apparently is not going to happen, but instead we are going to be getting Black Ops 5, which is going to be set in the Cold War, which is kind of unique actually, since a lot of games, in the shooter genre usually try to be in modern times, or they try to be, set in like World War I or World War II, and occasionally in like Vietnam, but we never ever get like Cold War shooters for the most part. There are a few, I'll say that there are a few, but mostly they're not set in that time frame, for war games, so that's interesting. And there's no like specifics on what kind of trouble they were having internally. All we know is that Black Ops did very, very well last year, and apparently Activision wants more of that, so we're going to be getting Black Ops 5 next year with what I assume is going to be a special, Battle Royale mode included in that as well. Next, Ubisoft. Apparently they have 3 unannounced, very, very big games that they're going to show off at E3 possibly. Can you guess what they are? People are already guessing, it's probably going to be Just Dance, Assassin's Creed, and who knows, maybe one of their other, titles that they're working on, like the next Watch Dogs game or something like that, but who knows, they could surprise us. These are unannounced games, so games that have not been announced yet. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think Ubisoft is working on when it comes to these 3 hidden upcoming games. And speaking of Ubisoft, a game that was announced a while ago, Skull and Bones, apparently has been delayed, and it's skipping E3 this year, so release date is gone. The game was supposed to be coming out, but yeah, according to Ubisoft, the game is not ready to ship yet, not ready to come out. There's been some problems, and they want to make sure that the game is completely finished before they release it, which, of course, no one wants a game that doesn't work. Look what happened to Anthem or Mass Effect Andromeda. It's better to let a game be developed properly than just release it, so I understand why Ubisoft is doing this, but yeah, apparently it's not going to be at E3 either, so who knows when we're going to be getting information on this upcoming game. And lastly, this small handheld gaming device called Playdate was announced this past week, and it looks really, really interesting. So, the developers that created Firewatch and a lot of other small games on iOS, and they essentially wanted to create a handheld gaming system that's kind of like unique. Apparently it has a crank that you can turn on the side of it, and no, it does not power the system. It's just used for games. This is going to launch. There's no official release date yet. You can sign up for their newsletter, which will notify you when the system goes on sale, but It has a black and white screen. It looks like a small Game Boy type handheld gaming system, and it's going to have special, really like unique games coming out on it. So apparently a lot of like small indie developers are creating games for this thing. And yeah, I'm interested. This looks really cool. Apparently it's going to be, small, entertaining, interesting games that you can play on the go. And this is going to cost around $120, $140, depending where or how you get it. But yeah, it looks cool, to be honest. It's not going to be anything like Pokemon or Super Mario, games like that, series from like Nintendo or anything like that playing on this thing. But we are going to be getting maybe other unique experiences, so I'm intrigued, I'm interested. A lot of people, lots of video game websites talked about this. Some people are saying it could be a scam system like the Ouya, but I don't think so. I think just because it's a handheld and it's trying to be very minimalistic. I mean, the screen is in black and white, which means the games are going to be very, very bare bones, like Game & Watch level, if any of you are familiar with that. But, I think I'll definitely be checking it out. And if anyone wants me to, play it on the channel or something, I might do that when it releases, just because I'm always interested in playing new video games and new systems. So yeah, I'm interested in this. I was actually kind of surprised when they announced this, because usually it's always Sony and Nintendo to release handheld gaming systems these days, so it's nice to see another company try to do something unique, so I like that. But anyway, that is all the news for this week. So thanks for listening or watching this video. Last week I was sick on Friday, so I couldn't really record because I was getting over a cold. So apologies, that's why I tried to include news from last week and this past week in this video. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if any of you want to help out the channel, you can head on over to patreon.com/ASMRGaming, and with as little as $1 a month, you can help support the channel and the creation of videos just like this one. So yeah, definitely do that if you can, and I'll be back with a new video very, very soon. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you all next time. So long, and farewell.